I understand what some of the fans are saying. They're saying that they need a good feel factor for them boys. See what you said. They need an arm around them. They need the fans on their side and all that sort of. A good feel factor, not tactics or anything. They just want them to run for the manager, and get it right. Yeah, but I think the Zerbi can also do that. It's not the fact that he's known for being strict and no, he's going to know how to navigate this situation. Then it's time for that next year. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Because you got to come in here delicate first. You're not going to batter it. As you said, you're not going to batter everyone first. It's just, you got to use your common knowledge. Yeah. Get the boys playing, get the boys onside. I want them to play a certain way. So what his actual thing is that he plays attacking football. You've got players to play that style and brand of football. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, albeit that you might be exposed at the back, but if you score more than the other team, bingo. Yeah. You've won the game. Do you know what I mean? And that's what that you're missing right now. So anyhow he can make that happen and get the best out of them players to play his style of football, your quid's in. Well, you stay up.
Majestic has phoned us up. He's interested to have his say because he's not that interested in Zerbi. All right, Madge?
How are we, boys? All right?
Madge, how are you, mate?
Now, Madge, you sent me a message and was like, get me on. I'm not having Zerbi.
You're not having it. You're not having it.
We're in a crisis. And as you've been saying, the boys need an arm around them and all this. And, you know, we've got a parade before Nottingham Forest and they still can't do it. We're in an absolute mess right now. Yeah. Now, Zerbi's a volatile figure. Like, I remember watching him over Spurs absolutely going nuts on the sideline with Conte. Like he's a fiery man. Yeah. And I spoke to Sandro about him because Sandro was his captain, wasn't he? Yeah. In Italy. So I'd love to hear what Sandro thinks about that appointment. Maybe if he brought Sandro with him with a bit of Tottenham DNA, perhaps that could be
Sandro's
something.
Around the club, I know that. So
so perhaps I just really feel we need some Tottenham DNA in there at the moment. And
I know, but you know, who?
Well, you know, obviously everyone's talked about Harry. Forget that. Yeah, but
ain't gonna happen.
No, I think Tim Sherwood, for me, personally. I think if you look at where Tim Sherwood finished 6th with us in the Premier League, the other thing that I'm really
He had Harry Kane in the team.
Mate.
Not Harry Kane of what we know now.
I heard
Come
Tim
on,
Sherwood
Jay.
battering the players on Sky Sports the other day, so I don't think that's going to go down well.
You know, no, but at least he's been that switched on to what Spurs are about this season in the Premier League to know who's where and what he would play.
But Madge, no, listen, I know, I hear what you're saying, right? The Tottenham DNA, and I get all that, I do, and I really do, I get it. But how can you sit here and say that Zerbi's not a better fit than Tim Sherwood? Tim Sherwood is not managing right now. Hasn't managed for I don't know how many years, but a few, right? A lot.
We know he's a good manager.
Right? Do you know what? I want to dispel this myth because someone come on there about Martin O'Neill at Celtic, right, and said about what he's doing there at the moment. This whole idea that football has changed so drastically in the last 5 to 10 years is like we're playing rugby now. So it's like anybody who hasn't managed in over 5 years, they can't manage football anymore. But listen, both of you are pro ballers and you know the game. Yeah, it is when you got over tactics coming in and out all the time and it's changing here. There, these guys, like you said, they need a motivator. Jay. Honestly, Jay, the way
not a motivator.
He doesn't even know these boys yet. He's got to come in and get a feel for them, etc.
No one else does know much.
I hear that, but when someone's coming in from a point of view of being part of the club, look, Michael Carrick, the Man United appointment there, they got it so right. We got it wrong with Tudor. We got it absolutely so wrong with him, right? And obviously we let Thomas go on for a bit too long as well. The other thing that I want to keep going, what I'll talk about is, being a proven Premier League manager. Zerbi, he is a proven Premier League manager. But people go, great job he did at Brighton. He finished 6th once and then 11th the next year. And they both parted company with each other. If he was that good, Brighton would have been desperate to keep him, surely.
Yeah, but they finished 6th, got European football, and then didn't have the squad to compete, like most teams that you see, like Brighton, who end up having to play too many games, don't have the squad, and then they struggle.
Yeah, but he wasn't happy because he
wanted better players.
He wanted better players, but they wanted to do the recruitment the way that he wanted it. They wanted to do it.
Yeah, the Brighton way, which I understand.
Yeah, so he was getting frustrated, and then.
But even this whole thing like his win percentage and this Ryan Mason's got a better win percentage than him in the Premier League.
Would you have Ryan Mason as a manager over Zerbi?
Do you know what? At this point in time, I think I probably would.
Oh, come on, Madge. What are you on about, mate? What are you on about?
I think I probably would.
Madge, come on, mate. Listen, you're talking about guff. What are you on about? Ryan Mason over Zerbi got sacked by West Brom.
That's no slight. That's no slight.
Oh, yeah, it is a slight. He got sacked by West Brom. Couldn't win a game.
Slight, bruv. That's not a slight. It was a hard job. It was a hard job.
What are you talking about, mate?
It was a hard job.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Listen, Zerbi, right, listen, if he keeps this up, obviously I'm going to be happy about it. But I just think that kind of person in this moment in time, I thought that's what Tudor came in for, to be that kind of person. Tudor's got a better CV than him.
Tudor was an absolute disaster, Madge. He never managed in the Premier League. And all
Everyone
this
did
rubbish
question
about
that,
him,
though.
he'd come in and he was going to, because he knew how to win games straight away. Well, that's a load of garbage because he couldn't win a game.
Well,
he couldn't win a game.
Well, Madge. When does the buck stop with the players that you've got, mate?
Do you know, it's a great point.
Because you can have all the managers in the world, but the players are not at it. They're not at it. So,
no, absolutely. There needs to be a point because they've been hiding behind the manager, the board, Daniel Levy. There is no one to hide behind now.
It's never their fault.
And I had Kevin Nolan on yesterday because Pards was away, right? And we was just talking about their situation and characters in dressing rooms. Someone's got to be in that dressing room and stand up and to be counted and try and get us out of this mess. But I don't know who it is. You've done it with Cundy the other week, Jay. Like, who's going to be like the beer drinking footballer rather than the champagne footballer that can get us out of the mess?
Yeah.
I'm just so worried. There ain't anyone. There's none of them. And I don't think Zerbi can get them going. I don't think anyone can at the moment.
Well,
do you know what I really miss? I really think we are missing having Madders in and around that team. I think someone like James could probably get them.
Mate,
going.
Do you know when they've done a job? They've gone to Bristol City. Roy Hodgson, mate.
Listen,
Roy Hodgson.
Get Sam Allardyce in. He's never been relegated.
Come on, lads.
Big Sam.
Lads. Seriously, like, come on. I get,
you lot are scraping. But you lot are scraping the bottom of the barrel right now. Like, you are. So you've sacked many managers.
In the context
no one even wants the job.
In the context of what you're saying, yes, Zerbi is 100% the best.
Yes,
top tier of what is available right now. But is he the right fit? I think, for example, he's an architect. If you're building a house, wicked, he's an architect. But right now, our house is on fire. We need a firefighter.
Yeah, but you say that, right? You're saying Tim Sherwood, right? Listen, I love Tim, right? But let's be realistic about it, Madge. If Tim Sherwood come in and we went down, that would look absolutely awful on the Spurs board, on the hierarchy at Spurs.
It's high risk
because everyone would be going, "Are you mad that you made that decision? You brought in a manager who's not managed for years, and you brought him in this situation in the Premier League when he ain't been a gaffer." Like, Spurs, really and truthfully, they can't afford to take that risk. They have to appoint a manager who is managing.
Yeah, but they bought Tudor in and they didn't care about that then, did they?
Yeah, but listen, Tudor was an absolute disaster. And that's
when they should have done it, though, if you're going to bring it to Sherwood.
And that was a terrible decision. And one that they should both lose their jobs over, right?
I agree, absolutely. But do you know what it is?
Right now, Zerbi, for me, is the best manager we could get.
Do you know what it is? I'm scared, Jay. I wasn't scared until the Forest game, and now I'm actually genuinely scared we're going to go down.
Look how bad that was.
I think
surely
you are going
Zerbi
down.
can get a tune out.
I think you're going down, boys.
Do you know our first home game, Madge, is against Brighton, if he gets a job.
Well, that'd be interesting. But listen, Jay, I'm ready for the Inside EFL. Me, you, and Adrian Clark, Jeff Peters next year.
I'm Spurs talked out. I've just been listening to this groveling,
I had about
crying.
2 hours of it. I had 2 hours of it last night. I thought I was going to get away with it.
Getting on my nerves, but no. I don't want to hear about Spurs no more, man.
No, West Ham's still about.
No, but that is one thing, Coley. You got to just say, I keep saying to everyone, hold on, we're not in the bottom 3 yet. When you play Wolves, if you come to the party and beat Wolves,
the night before,
then we're banging trouble.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I like that.
Listen, mate, top man, mate. Thanks.
Love you all, boys.
All right,
see you later, bro.
Take it easy. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to talk England next.